Washington State is a recipe for relaxation and mental peace. From astonishing national parks and volcanoes to majestic mountain peaks and cascading waterfalls, the state is full of wonders. There are so many options to explore that you will never get bored. You will be speechless to see the magnificent scenic spots and creative art that this place offers. And the moments you will spend here will always remain an inseparable part of your memory. So, here are the 15 best tourist attractions in Washington State. Number 15. Olympic National Park. If you crave for beautiful coastlines, lush rainforests and picturesque mountains, do visit this national park that encompasses diverse ecosystems. It also offers ocean beaches like Ruby and Rialto Beach and is home to the welcoming waters of Salt Duck Hot Springs. But the adventures in this paradise don't end here. There are also hiking trails that will help you tread towards magnificent scenery and family-friendly falls. And during the hike, you can either listen to your favorite songs or just enjoy the solitude of nature. Number 14. Lake Chelan. Nature lovers, if you are dreaming of a place where you could sit, sunbathe and hear the voice of rushing water, don't worry, we have figured this out for you. Located in Chelan County of northwestern Washington State is this serene natural lake. The ambience and aura of this wonder will momentarily take you away from the busyness of life. A perfect place for picnic, boating and jet skiing. Aesthetic and Instagrammable photo spots that the landscape offers will be a cherry on top. Number 13. Seattle Center and the Space Needle. This iconic center is a hub for arts, tourism and entertainment. It contains jaw-dropping parks, creative sci-fi museums and innovative science centers. Throughout the year, the place is host to concerts and cultural events. And if you have made it to this landmark, don't forget to visit the Space Needle. This 520-foot towering observation deck will give you a panoramic view of the city. Not only will you be over the moon while taking the bird's eye view, but the revolving restaurant at the top and its Pacific Northwest cuisine will give you one hell of an experience. Number 12. Snoqualmie Falls. This beautiful waterfall cascading over granite cliffs welcomes more than 1.5 million tourists every year. There are two upper observation areas to take in the sound of rushing water. This place is also a great picnic spot. If that is not your forte, there are restaurants and a gift shop as well. For TV fans, the show Twin Peaks was filmed here, so keep an eye out for recognizable spots. Number 11. Woodland Park Zoo. This is a wildlife conservation organization and zoological garden where you can find more than 500 species. Tropical Asia, the largest section of the zoo, has Indian rhinos, Malayan tigers, orangutans and pythons. The African savanna section is home to giraffes, zebras and lions. All these majestic creatures make this a must-visit for anyone visiting or living in the Seattle area. Number 10. Mount Rainier National Park. No trip to the state is complete without a visit to the spectacular Mount Rainier National Park. Home to the tallest peak in the state, this sheer beauty cannot be described in words. You will also love to traverse the hiking trails, which will lead you to massive waterfalls, meadows and ancient forests. A visit to this iconic beauty will stay in your memories forever. Number 9. Tacoma. Washington State is also known for its famous museums and cultural venues. And you can find many of them in the city of Tacoma. The most notable is this divine piece of art, the Museum of Glass. You will be blown away by the amazing glass art, especially the walkway decorated with glass sculptures, known as the Bridge of Glass. If you have an interest in old cars, head over to the LeMay Car Museum. And if you're a history buff, Washington State History Museum would definitely take you back to the iconic moments in this state's history. Number 8. Pike Place. A public market that has been open for more than 100 years. You will find fresh fruits, amazing shops, and the world's first Starbucks here. This glowing place will definitely add color to your life. Do stop by the gum wall made from used chewing gums. Gross? But you will be fascinated by the gum art. If you are feeling cheeky, you can even add your own personal touch to the wall. A must on your visit to Washington State. Number 7. Leavenworth. This Bavarian-styled iconic village in the Cascade Mountains will literally give you goosebumps. And you'll be mesmerized by the German-style architectural homes and the German culture and heritage. After visiting this city, you will utter only one word for us: Danke. The place also hosts a number of annual festivals and events. The annual Christmas Lighting Festival is an enlightening experience. Imagine singing Silent Night, Holy Night while gazing at the glittering town. Number 6. San Juan Islands. If you ask any resident of Washington State about an ideal island getaway, the chances are that the response would be San Juan Islands. From whale watching and sea life searching to visiting the famous Limekiln Lighthouse, the island offers a plethora of opportunities to spend your spare time. Fascinating kayaking and cycling tour coupled with scuba diving will rejuvenate you. And do stop by the Whale Museum and Orca Survey Outreach and Education Center to sharpen your knowledge about marine life. Number 5. WINthrop Methow Valley. Within the stunning Methow Valley, this uniquely themed town of WINthrop is an attractive tourist destination. Not only will you see breathtaking mountains, but also lush green scenery that will be a nice retreat from the hustle and bustle of your busy life. During summers, you can also explore the expansive Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forests. While in the winter, the cross-country ski trails will quench your thirst for winter sports. But if you still want more, go to the North Cascades National Park to see more of nature's amazing blessings. Number 4. Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument. Whenever we hear about volcanoes or any other natural disaster, we become curious and pool our energies to know more about them. If you are in Washington State, do stop by Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument to grab information regarding geological processes underway at this place. The Johnston Ridge Observatory, through exhibits and videos, will give you valuable insights of a volcanic eruption, the last of which started in 2004. The most well-known eruption was in the 1980s, in which the mountain blew 12% of its top off. Do bring a jacket with you. The place can be chilly. Number 3. Bellingham. A coastal city in Washington State that has a lot to offer to visitors. The Fairhaven Historic District gives a cursory outlook of the area through its art galleries and eateries. Another gem is the Whitcomb Falls Park, which contains many amazing trails. Plus, its hallmark is these 4 sets of waterfalls. And don't leave the city without going to Skagit Valley to enjoy the tulips. What a colorful view! One cannot control oneself from taking a selfie here. Number 2. Future of Flight. While growing up, most of us were fascinated by the flight of an aeroplane. Some of us were even interested in the aerodynamics of the jets. But plane buffs touring Washington State must not worry, because the Boeing Future of Flight Aviation Museum has provided the opportunity to learn more about some of Boeing's biggest planes. You can also see the spare parts and the assembling process. Number 1. Port Angeles. Last on our list is another adventurous city in Washington State. There are so many outdoor activities that this place offers. You can go hiking, biking, boating, golfing and kayaking in this divine land. Do stop by Port Angeles Fine Arts Center that features changing Northwest exhibits in the semicircular Hilltop Gallery. And the outdoor sculpture park will be a treat to stroll. If you want to learn more about the US's beautiful West Coast, watch our video with the best places to visit there.